Hi, Bruce Dickinson here, sitting in for Christian Backer on Europe's premier rock show. Blasting onto your MTV screens tonight, new videos from Dogs D'Amour, Talisman, DAD and the Almighty, and joining me later will be Dirty White Boy, the band put together by guitar whiz Earl Slick. All that and much more. Call up your girlfriend, wife, monster dog, put on your dinner jacket and reserve a table. It's the Headbangers Ball. And welcome back to MTV Headbangers Ball. As you can sort of see, my name's Bruce Dickinson. Well, it doesn't say that anywhere, but really I am. And I'm that singer chappie from Iron Maiden. Yes, indeed, I'm still in the band. Don't worry. I was going to bring a big placard, actually, to say, I am still in Iron Maiden. I am not leaving, right? Because as you know, I've done a solo album, which is called Tattooed Millionaire. And there's a track off it too, which we'll get to in a couple of seconds. The solo album has got Yannick Gers on it, who's also the new guitarist from Iron Maiden. We went into a studio last summer and we just wanted to do a rock and roll album. Something that was a little bit different to all like the glam stuff and all the makeup and all the pan stick and all that kind of stuff that's going on these days everywhere. The Maiden thing I've always regarded as being, I don't know, really like a very directional sort of entity. I mean, it's the sort of band Maiden where it takes on its own meaning. It's got its own style, its own direction. And when you're in Iron Maiden, that's it. You just we go for it, you know. But the solo thing, it's more, I guess, mainstream sort of hard rock. I mean, Maiden are the sort of band that's going to leave you bleeding in the gutter, especially with our new album, which is finished, by the way, and we will be out to see you on a tour later on this year. My album, I suppose it's a bit more mainstream, a bit more hummable, a bit more catchy, and I make no apologies for that. I think it's great, and everybody in Iron Maiden loves it too, so I'm a happy camper. We're going out on tour with it, starting very shortly in England, and it's coming to Europe and Germany and Holland and all those good places. And if you like it, then come along and see us. We'll be glad to meet you. In the meantime, I'm going to play the song for you now. This is a song called Tattooed Millionaire. See if there's anybody in it you recognise. If you like your music really heavy, then you may very well like Trouble. Well, this is what they meant when they told you about heavy music. The band, though, are not from Birmingham, they're from Chicago, and despite the lack of management or promotion, they released 3 albums on independent labels before signing to Rick Rubin's Deaf American label. Now, Trouble are influenced by traditional British heavy metal such as Black Sabbath and Angel Witch, and they've concocted a creation of metal and message in their music. It's therefore somewhat ironic, perhaps, that they are label mates to Slayer, a band seemingly opposite to Trouble's philosophy. Not surprisingly, though, the ball got down to the nitty-gritty on this subject as we asked band members Eric and Bruce, what a splendid name, about their attitude to life and how this is reflected in their music.
Attitude. Our music is who we are. So, right now I can't think of what the lyrics say or anything, but that is who we are. And if you listen, that's one thing we believe in, sincerity, to be yourself. The more you try to be somebody else, people aren't stupid. It doesn't take them long to figure things out, you know. And I think that's one thing we're trying to do when we're on stage, you know. No, it's just us, and we're having a good time, rock and roll. You know, there can be a beer sitting on the stage or whatever, and everybody's done all the bombs and the makeup and whatever, you know. To us, the music is first.
Right. Now, being on the more positive side of things, how do you feel it rubs off on you to be on the same record label as Slayer and the Four Horsemen, who obviously lean towards the darker side of things?
That doesn't bother us. Everybody has their own choice. It's not up to us to decide what they should do. We'll all find out in the end, you know.
I'm sure people, work at their, maybe at their job in a factory with some guy that they really don't get along with, or or it doesn't even matter. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. I mean, just work side by side. You do their thing, or you do your thing, they do their thing.
Would you ever tour with Slayer?
No.
No.
They're a hard band to tour with, you know. Slayer fans, that's all they want is Slayer. We've done a few shows with them, like in Chicago, because we were on the same way when we did it as a favor. You know, and being in Chicago, they, you know, it was better. But if we're going on tour, I don't know how long that would last.
Interesting stuff. Now, we're going to take a look at some of that thinking man's metal. Here's another track from the current self-titled Trouble album, The End of My D-A-Z-E, Days. That was Talisman from Sweden. And talking of Sweden, the master of shock rock, Mr. Alice Cooper, has set his sights on trashing Europe again in July. Only this time, he'll be visiting some cities he wasn't able to fit in on his last jaunt to the continent. Here's where you can catch up with his latest death-defying stage show. The Ball hopes to be going out on the road with Alice in July, possibly in Sweden, so watch out for that. But for now, here's the trash man himself on video. Coming up after the break, you'll be seeing the new video from Dogs D'Amour, and then I'll be joined by my special guests, Dirty White Boy. Hi there, Bruce Dickinson back with Headbangers Ball, MTV and all that stuff. Listen, I've got some guys here from a band called Dirty White Boy and we're going to talk to them. This is David Isley.
How you doing?
Sings. Earl Slick. Guitar.
Hey, Bruce.
Hi. And go and watch a Pimple Cream commercial if you don't like talking about music.
See you.
Right. So, new album, all that stuff.
It's about time.
Yeah, it's a rock and roll album, isn't it?
Definitely a rock and roll album, yeah.
None of your Americas. Used to be in Giuffria, right?
Giuffria, yeah.
Giuffria,
yeah.
Giuffria.
Could have been. Guffria.
Did you?
Giuffria.
I mean, what did you think about your time in that band?
Time,
yeah.
I did time. I did my
So
time.
It was like having a sneeze.
No, it was all right. It had some good things and some bad things, you know.
But was it really what you? I mean,
no, it wasn't a natural progression. You know, I mean, this is a natural thing for me. You know?
This sounds like it's like you know, sets your headphones on fire.
Yeah. It feels like me.
Yeah.
You know.
It's a really rocking album. I mean, it's pretty serious stuff. It's for, you know, like the slide guitar you're playing on it. It's great.
Thanks. It's something, and it's funny, we played the Marquee the other night, and we did some interviews yesterday, day after the show, and a lot of people seemed to be very surprised to see and hear slide guitar live. So I guess there's not too many people over here doing it right now.
Not too many people can do it. That's
why
why
I enjoy it. It's something I've been doing for a long time. You know, because I grew up playing a lot of blues. So you know, my original influences playing guitar were a lot of the slide guys. You know?
Right. Was the album cover your idea? The kid with the spanner.
The wrench?
Spanner.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, spanner.
Right. The wrench thing.
It was actually Kirk
tool.
Alley, our bass player. Kirk Alley came up with the idea of like a little kid, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, the dirty white boy.
Dirty White Boy, right.
He's the little booger.
And you filmed the video.
Yeah.
Somebody told me they filmed it in San Quentin. You didn't film it in San
No, it was a maximum security prison up in L.A., upstate.
L.A. County Jail.
Upper County, yeah.
There must be some serious crazies in there. Did they move they moved them out, right?
No, they were there. Well, we did it. They were there, so there'd be points, you know, the guards would be yelling at them, get back against the wall, and we'd be walking down the corridor like this, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
Did you
strange.
make any fans? Are they allowed to get records in there and stuff?
I think we're going to send them some T-shirts or something in there. They were all
Otherwise they'll
looking
kill you.
through the bars. They'll kill us. They'll come and get us when they get out.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what. I think we should take a listen at your video. It's called Lazy Crazy, is that it?
Yeah, a listen and a look.
A listen and a look. Right, Headbangers Ball on MTV. This is Dirty White Boy, Lazy Crazy. Right, welcome back to Headbangers Ball. Where am I shouting? That's my microphone. This is Dirty White Boy. That was
Lazy Crazy.
Lazy Crazy.
Love your shoes, Bruce.
You love the shoes.
I dig those, man. You got to give them to me after this is over.
Yeah, what size feet are you? Big.
Same as yours, buddy.
Big.
Yeah.
Big. Do you ride motorcycles?
Yeah.
Yeah? What do you got?
Got a Harley at home.
Really? One of the big ones?
Big black one. A big black one.
They're heavy. You're not worried about, like, you're falling off it?
Knock on wood, man.
Still got your leg both legs.
I ain't gone down on it yet.
Yeah.
I'm not going down. It's too expensive to go down on one of those.
Yeah, too right.
The bike. Forget me. You know, the bike.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're really, yeah. Harleys. I mean, people, because I mean, everybody's over here in England is suddenly getting into Harley Davidson.
Yeah, we were at the Harley shop yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and somewhere here in London.
They're going to be doing a lot of business shortly, I think.
Yeah.
You know the bikes?
No, I watch them.
Me and Kenny ride.
Him and Kenny and Steve are our tour manager. They do bikes. I drive a Jeep.
Yeah, four-wheeling and stuff.
Four-wheeling, yes.
Yeah? You enjoy that?
Yeah.
What kind of Jeep you got?
CJ7.
Right.
A real Jeep.
I used to have one of those.
It's great.
Yeah, I wrote it off. I hit a Land Rover.
No.
Yeah, I totaled it completely.
What happened to the Land Rover?
What happened to the Rover?
The dent in it.
Nah.
The Jeep is okay. The Rover went down.
No, the Jeep.
Other way around.
Yeah. Astounding.
Well, so much for American parts, right?
Oh, well, you know, you win a few, you lose a few.
Yeah.
But so, what are your plans now then? I mean, you're in England. You played your first gig
First gig, folks, at the Marquee.
at the Marquee in London. A lot of people played their first gigs there.
It was great. It was
It's
great.
our first gig ever, though. I mean, we haven't played a gig yet.
Yeah.
We've been rehearsing and rehearsing.
Incessantly.
Yeah.
Do you get bored rehearsing?
I hate rehearsing.
Yeah, we're burnt.
The rehearsal started off at about 4 or 5 hours, and by the time we finished, we were at about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Walk
You know,
in, tune up.
the amp
we came
works.
in the first night here, and we went over to the rehearsal studio, and we had to meet with the British crew because we didn't bring our guys over with us. And we went in the place, had some coffee, plugged in, played a half a song and left, and they all just looked at it and said, "What's with these American guys?"
Why?
And they had
Why
everything.
bother? Exactly.
They have all the stuff. It was absolutely perfect. The techs had it all together, and they're ready. And we walk in, and we walked in and walked right out, and they went.
I know exactly what you mean because I mean I'm exactly the same with every band I've ever been in that's a genuine live band. If the magic isn't there, the stage
Forget
and the
it.
audience.
I'm out of here.
Exactly. Once a week. You turn up once a week,
That's it.
plug in, and it's like, wow, this was great. Can't wait to get on stage. When's that? 6 months,
That's it.
And you don't want to lose the vibe, do you?
No.
So you're gonna be out on the road as soon as you can, presumably.
Hopefully, like about August, we may be back here.
Yeah.
Which would be real
does
good.
that include Europe as well?
Yeah, all of Europe.
All of Europe. You're gonna try and headline or support, yeah?
I think what we were talking about doing is getting on some festivals sometime in August, and in between the festival gigs, headline some places ourselves.
Right.
You know, that way we can cover the big audiences, and then we can also play to some, strictly Dirty White Boy audiences while we're here.
Wicked idea.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll see you hopefully in
thinking.
August. Maybe I'll bump into you in the States and all
We'll
the rest
see you
of
in
it.
LA, hopefully.
Dirty White Boy, great band. If they're playing near you, go see them. This is a band also from America, a band called Damn Yankees.
How you doing, Jack?
Hey, Ted.
Coming up, we'll be finding out what workaholic John Bon Jovi has been up to recently, so don't move a muscle.
Hallo, holen Sie sich bitte Papier und Bleistift. In einer Minute brauchen Sie es. Also, bis gleich.
Ο ασφαλιστής δεν είναι κάποιος που προσπαθεί απλώς να είναι ευχάριστος. Δεν είναι κάποιος που απλώς αποστηθίζει το πίθη. Ούτε κάποιος που σας εξυπηρετεί από μακριά.
Στην Inter-American οι ασφαλιστές είναι εκείνοι που θα σκύψουν με ειλικρίνεια και ανθρωπιά στο πρόβλημά σας. Είναι όμως και κάτι παραπάνω. Η απόλυτα ενημερωμένη οικονομική σας σύμβουλη. Με τα πιο σύγχρονα μέσα και την υποστήριξη της πρώτης εταιρείας στις ασφάλειες ζωής. Εμπιστευτείτε τους και κάντε μια Inter-American ζωής.
Inter-American. Μεγάλη και σίγουρη. Και στους ανθρώπους της.
Chicago Flughafen. Ein Mann geht zu seinem Flugzeug. Plötzlich wirft er seine Pläne um. Eine Stunde später stürzt die Maschine ab. Zufall? Texas. Mehrere Leute melden ein UFO. Es gab kein Gewitter. Trotzdem behauptet man, es war nur ein Blitz. Ein Blitz? Time Life enthüllt Geheimnisse des Unbekannten. Eine faszinierende Buchreihe, die weit über die Grenzen unserer Vorstellung geht. entdecken sie die ältesten Rätsel der Menschheit und werden sie Zeuge von unglaublichen Ereignissen. Stonehenge. Ein Besucher formt ein mystisches Symbol aus Draht und richtet es auf den Stein. Plötzlich trifft ihn ein Schlag und er bricht ohnmächtig zusammen. Sinnestäuschung? Entdecken Sie Geheimnisse des Unbekannten. Rufen Sie uns an, dann erhalten Sie ein Ansichtsband 10 Tage kostenlos.
Ich habe dieses außergewöhnliche Buch für Sie reserviert. Rufen Sie mich an, zum Ortstarif. Wählen Sie 0130 3232. Ich bin bis 2 Uhr für Sie da und morgen ab 8:30 Uhr. Sichern Sie sich Ihren Probeband jetzt. Wählen Sie 0130 3232. Es lohnt sich.
While Bon Jovi the band is on an extended break, Bon Jovi the man is not idle. John recently shot his big screen acting debut in Young Guns 2 with a minor part as a cowboy who gets killed during a jailbreak. Hi, I'm John Bon Jovi. Oh, there you go. My impression of his part. Now, he's recording a whole album of songs for the soundtrack to Young Guns 2, and he's working with an all-star lineup which includes Elton John, Little Richard, Tom Petty's keyboardist Ben Montench, John Cougar Mellencamp's drummer Kenny Aronoff, and guitar hero Jeff Beck, yay, who, as you're about to see, peels off brilliant licks so effortlessly, even John Bon Jovi seems to forget himself for a moment.
We're gonna have the girls singing over this.
Yeah?
And they'll just be doing oohs.
Yeah.
So I think that we need to do something a little slower.
Okay.
They'll just be going ooh, ooh, ooh,
Okay.
like that. So if you're playing around that kind of thinking gospel-y, I think that'd be too
Okay.
fast.
Okay, right.
You can hit me anytime you want. I'm not
Okay.
supposed to tell Jeff Beck what to play guitar. Same track, please.
Great. Jeff Beck. That was the guy that was voted as the best guitarist in the world, or the favourite guitarist in the world rather, by a load of expert guitarists. And they all got together, and the guitarist they voted for amongst guitarists as being like the genius was Jeff Beck, and I think they're right. Anyway, those Young Guns 2 sessions will produce a total of 9 tracks, with one titled Blaze of Glory out as a single in the near future. The film and soundtrack are due out in August. Now, another band who keep themselves very busy with loads of touring are British rockers The Almighty. Here they are exclusive to MTV with their new single, the live favourite, Wild and Wonderful. That's just about it from me, but you may be interested to know that I've chosen this Monday's metal collection. So you can watch for some of my favourite rock videos of all time, including Don Henley and Judas Priest and stuff like that. Strange, isn't it, you know? There's so much good music in, like, you know, rock and roll and metal and stuff, but people keep making such sort of like predictable videos. You know, you can go and see the bands live and they're great, but, you know, miming and all that stuff and like pretending that you've got the guitar sticking out of your crutch when in fact it's just a camera in front of you, all seems very strange to me. Anyway, this is a video of mine we're going to close with. This one's exclusive to MTV. Which means that if you can't get MTV, you probably won't be able to see it. So, here we are, all the young dudes, and don't adjust your sets, it is in fact in black and white.